Let's make step by step this drawing in SolidWorks last version. As you can see inside, we have all this hole with different size. While we make this drawing, you will learn all this command here. I have the same one with the dimensions, and I will leave the link below. This way you can follow me while we make together this drawing. We'll start with the base one, and this base has 87 and 139 with the width of 15. Then we'll make this pipe in the middle of it. Then we'll make all these holes. They are counterbore hole. We have the detail for the hole here, and we're gonna make as well this support in the middle and this arm. Let's now here starts and go to this SolidWorks. I'll start with the top plane first. Go to top plane and then activate the rectangle, center rectangle. And we will make to define the size will be 87 and 139. And then okay, extrude base, here will be 15, very important here, 15. And then okay, now we're gonna use the fillets will be 10 in all the edge, the 4 edge. After that, we're gonna use here the hole wizard and the counterbore. The option is a 6. Make sure that it is 8, 114 and 4. Choose the position, put your cursor, find the center, and then click in the center of each one of them. And then OK. Now let's make here the pipe in the center, right plane. And here I'm gonna make line like that. And then define the line smart dimensions. Here 119. And here 71, I mean 71. Okay, now let's make here the angle. Make sure that the angle is perpendicular, not in this way. Is perpendicular, right? And then we're gonna make here the size of here again 71, and we're gonna make the angle for this size here, which is 37. And then the fillet is 31. The radius. Now we're in condition to use the swept base. Activate to swept base and 44 circular profile 44. Click OK. Now we're gonna make that support in the middle, and then here we're gonna use this base. Here the circle will be 55, and we're gonna use again the extrude base, and then here we're gonna use the 39. What will be the size and offset. Make sure that it is a reverse offset as well, reverse, and then 49. Click OK. So we made the base. Now I'm gonna make here the hole on the top. Before that, let's see here on the top. So this hole will be with some sketch we already used, and I'm gonna use here the sweep cut, and will be 11 circular profile and 11. So that's one is done. Now let's make another hole. And here will be 37 the radius. Activate the circular, and we're gonna put here 37 according to the drawing. Now we're gonna use here the extrude cut, very important, and then rebuild extrude cut, and here will be 55.54, and then click OK. Now this hole it is done, as you can see, so it is there. Now let's go to the next step. Here we're gonna work as well in the right plane, and I'm gonna make another hole. We'll here first use that sketch and then convert entities, and then make this line, right? And then make sure that is perpendicular. Make one more line. Just go back here, make one more line, which is a center line, and then we're gonna make here the angle 35, and then so mean that as well here is as well 35. Now we can here use the trim and then cut up to the second line, and then rebuild. Now let's here use again the sweep cut, and then circular profile, and then here the size will be 29, very important. 29 is the size of that. 29, and then click OK. So this part as well is complete. Now let's go to the next steps. And then I'm gonna here make that arm. For the arm, we need to make the plane, and then we use these as a reference, so would be a middle plane, and then we're gonna sketch in this new plane, make here the circle will be 55, smart dimension 55. Then we're gonna make a second circle, right? So just make sure that it is very well aligned. Then make here, we are in this view, okay? So now let's here make another circle, and this circle here will be in the same plane with this 29 this time. So smart dimension, then will be 29 according to our drawings. Smart dimension 29. Now we need here to make the distance, which is 81, and then we're gonna join with the center line, okay, and then connect this to here. Make sure that this line is a tangent. Now we can mirror entities, and this line and the reference is the center line is okay. Now we can here rebuild and use again the extrude. To the extrude here will be 19, okay, will be here 19, and it is a middle plane, okay. Now let's here make as well that's top part here, one circle in this new side, okay. So make sure that is in the center. Here is 23. Now extrude again, and then will be 15, 15, and then center, click OK. Now let's here make as well the hole on that. So I'm gonna here put one more circle, will be 13 at this time, smart dimension 13, and we're gonna use here the extrude cut. So will be here the extrude. So we need to use here the extrude. Just position very well so that you can see will be the extrude cut. And here we're gonna define up to the next surface, not up to the next, because you have this hole, right? So we need to use the up to surface. So that's the one we want to use, up to the surface, okay? Very important here. So if you want to must be up to the surface, and you will have to select what is the surface you want. So if you don't select, will be this arrow must be up to surface, and then select the surface. So this way mean that the hole, right, it is no, it is up to that surface. So this step, it is very important, otherwise you will make the wrong way. So after that, we can also make the hole in that arm. For that, we need again to go to that plane, the plane number 1, and then here use the offset. I'm gonna use the offset will be 3.9 for all the sides. So and then will be one by one. 3.9 for the first one. Put here like reverse position here as well, and then again offset, and it will be 3.9 for all of them. Then click OK, trim, and then cut that one here. Make sure that this circle is concentric with the first one. Okay, this one here, they are concentric, very important here. And then rebuild. Now we're gonna here use the extrude cut as well. Very important. We're gonna use the extrude cut, and we need to make the distance of 11 at this time. So it will be 11 mid plane. So it is also complete this part. So we are at the end of our drawing. Now let's here make another hole in this part here. So here we're gonna need to make a center line just until there. Now activate the line and put like that. So this way up to there, and then one more line. What will be to join this one here, right? Before that, we need here to define the dimension, and as well 3.9, and all this part will be 3.9. So will be to this part here 3.9 as well, and from this part as well 3.9. So it is all 3.9. Now we need to make here the last line from that point to this end. Now here we're gonna use the Revolved Cut to make that hole, and then use the Revolved Cut, and then just click OK. So this part as well is complete. We're gonna here check at the end to see that we are all complete. Now here we'll make that polygon. Make sure that the polygon is a 6 side, okay, from the center, and this polygon, make sure that it is also horizontal. Now we can here convert, make the dimension first 66. Now convert entities for this edge, for this here SICO, and then will be here convert entity. Now we can here use the extrude base and make here the size which is 14, right? According to the drawing is 14. Now make here reverse offsets and then put here 4 in offset. Now click OK. Make sure that both are reversed. So we are pretty much at the end of our drawing. So now we just need to make as well that that cut in the base. So we need here to make the cut center line first from this point, that point. Okay, now let's here use the line as well, and then make just like that, right? This angle like that, and then click OK. Make sure that they're not this line and that one here, they are asymmetric, and we need to make sure that they are not coincident first. Let's just here repeat like that, right? And then click there. Now select this one, and this one, and make here to be symmetric. Make symmetric. Now let's select the angle. So we need to select the angle, these two, and they will be 45 the angle like that. So make sure that you do in the right way. We need to make sure that this one and this one, they are 45 angle. Okay, now let's here make the smart dimension for this edge strip 2.9, and here will be 69. Now rebuild, we can use again the Extruded Cut, and then here up to next, because we want to have all the all will be up to next, and then click OK. So as you can see, so we have on the bottom that one, so that's the one we want to achieve. Now we can go just make here some final, or what will be make the fillet there, and here the fillet is 2, so make sure that it is 2 in the 2 side, just not 2 millimeters, not 200, so that's why it is giving me this mistake. So just here make sure that the radio is 2, and then click OK. So it is done. Now we can here make the appearance. Just go to appearance, material, and so that's the color we use. Now you can here put the cut to see how it's inside. As you can see, we have all this hole inside, and that's the way this drawing should be done. So you can see all the hole according to the drawing. Now you can as well change the color if you want. You can just put the color according to material. So that's the way we do this drawing. And please don't forget to subscribe, and thank you very much for watching these videos, and I see you to the next one.